Yes, guys, for the first time in forever, story time is back. It has been a while since I've done this. Last time I've done one, it was in May, so 6 months without story time. How'd you guys survive that? Anyways, since I'm bringing back story time, I thought it'd be nice if I read a story that was given to me by a very special friend from the forum. Now, her name is Alicia. That's her real name, but she goes by musicalBooknerd13, formerly known as Ali6132. And she's given me this awesome story, and I've read it. Yeah, I read it. So, story time. You know the same rules. I read fan fiction to you guys. You guys are gonna enjoy it, okay? Wow, it feels good to bring this thing all back. Alright guys, so here it is, The Diary by musicalBooknerd13, formerly known as Ali6132. Alright, so here's the little author's note. Hey guys, welcome to my new story. On the forum, we have a Secret Santa. I was chosen to write this story for Julius. I hope you like it, dude. Speaking of which, I wonder who got me. The story prompt was either a Amy Topher fic with a Sam Mofer plot twist or Gwunkin fic with a Dunkley plot twist. This story will be Amy Topher into Sam Mofer, since I feel it will be harder to write Dunkley Gwunkin. Yada yada. And you know, we all know that we don't own tool dramas, so yeah. Okay, this story has mentions of self-harm, abuse, and suicide. Viewer discretion is advised. The Diary, age 7. Sammy was in her room writing in her diary. Dear Diary, I feel like you're the only one I can talk to. Amy has made mommy and daddy love her more. She's so mean to me and I hate it. Anyways, I have a secret to tell you. I have a crush on a new boy in my class, Topher Winchester. He's really cute and kind, but I think Amy likes him too. Why can't my life be easier? Have to go. Amy wants me to do something for her again. From Sammy Williams. I can't find my crayons! Give me yours or I'll tell on you, Amy ordered. Sammy immediately gave Amy the crayons she had and went back to her room. When she was back in her room, Sammy got a book off of her bookshelf and started reading it. As she read, she mumbled to herself, why does Amy have to be such a bully? Age 11. Sammy was in her room, her eyes filled with tears. She was looking for a book on her bookshelf when she saw the diary that she got when she was 7. Now seems like a good time as any to write in it, since I have so much on my mind right now. She grabbed a pencil and sat on her bed, starting to write. Dear Diary, Amy has completely ruined my life. I was about to ask Topher if he wanted to go to the movies, but the second Amy saw me approach him, she just pushed me into a locker and then asked him for herself. And he said yes. Why does she have to do this sort of thing to me? My only friends, Jasmine, Zoe, Gwen, and Dawn, tried to make me feel better, but nothing worked. I knew they were trying the best they could, but they just don't understand what it's like to constantly have someone tormenting you. Amy has to have everything without working for it. She uses my homework, making sure that her clothes are better than mine, and has made sure that I had no friends, or at least what she considered the losers for friends. I hate her so much. Why can't she be nice to me? Sadly yours, Sammy Williams. Sammy closed her diary and placed it underneath her dresser where she thought she would remember it. Sammy, come here please, yelled Sammy's mother. Great, Sammy thought. Yes, mother? You need to clean up the basement for Amy's sleepover tomorrow, her mother ordered. Okay. If you do that, I might let you bring the spare DVD player to your room while they're downstairs. Okay. Age 16. Sammy walked into her room and immediately put on a pair of headphones and listened to her music. As she listened to the sounds of My Chemical Romance, she searched for a small box. While she looked under her dresser, she found a box. But she also found something she didn't expect. She found her old diary. Now covered in dust and with the pages old and faded, her diary had been sitting under her dresser since she was 11, and Amy ruined her chances with Topher. This old thing? Wow, I forgot about this, Sammy whispered to herself. Sammy took the diary and the box and sat down on her bed and started writing. Dear diary. Wow, it's been 5 years since I've last wrote to you. I thought seemed to be bad when I was 11. Things are so much worse than they were back then. Amy has been going out with Topher ever since that day in 6th grade. She has been going out with the guy I like for 5 fucking years. I'm just tired of Amy at this point. She has ruined my life, and I just want to get away from her. I want to get away from everyone, really. Topher doesn't even know how I feel, although for now I think it's for the best. If he knew my secret, he would hate me anyways. I mean, not even Jasmine, Zoe, and Gwen know my secret. Dawn knows it, but she's been keeping it to herself. I've been cutting myself, yet nobody even knows. How did he not notice? I always wear jackets and sweaters to cover my arms, and I never did before that. Still, nobody even cares. I just feel like I need to end it all. It's not like it will make a difference to anyone anyways. I guess this will count as a suicide note if anyone cares to find it. For the last time, Sammy Williams. Sammy closed her diary for the last time and opened the box, breaking down in tears as she did it. She stuck her hand in the box and took out a small knife. She lifted the knife closer and closer to her neck. She had almost put it up against her neck when someone opened her bedroom door. Is anyone in here? I heard crying, Topher said as he walked in. He then noticed Sammy with the knife to her neck. Oh, Topher, what are you doing? Sammy panicked, putting her knife next to her. What the fuck were you trying to do with that knife, Sammy? Were you trying to kill yourself or something? Sammy didn't answer him. Topher started yelling. Why the fuck were you about to kill yourself? Amy's been ruining my life since we were born. She abuses me, both mentally and physically, and I'm just tired of it, Sammy confessed. Amy's been abusing you? Yeah. Nobody noticed enough to care, though. Not even my own friends. Well, yeah. Well, I care enough about you, Sammy. I mean, I did just prevent you from cutting your head off. I'm not helping, am I? It's okay, you're fine. Well, now that I know this, I finally have a good reason to break up with that bitch Amy. Wait, what? Whoa. You were gonna break up with Amy? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to break up with her ever since our first date, but I'm kind of afraid of her. Sammy laughed a little at that. A scream was then heard from across the house. Topher, are you home? Amy's home, Sammy said. Then I guess it's now or never. Here goes nothing. Oh, and Topher? Yeah? It's Sammy, not Sammy. Once Topher left Sammy's room, Sammy went into the dining room and hid behind the china cabinet so she wouldn't be seen. Amy, I have something to tell you. I'm breaking up with you. What? Why are you breaking up with me? We've been dating for the last 5 years because I never liked you. You have always been a complete asshole to everyone, especially your sister. What do you mean, especially your sister? What I mean is that because of you, your sister almost committed fucking suicide a few minutes ago. Sammy nearly committed suicide? She must have just been trying to get attention. This is what I mean. You are a total bitch and you don't even care who you hurt. This is why I'm breaking up with you. In that case, get out now. Upon hearing that, Sammy silently bolted back to her room. When Topher got back, Sammy was sitting on her bed. She had managed to put away the knife before he came back. Topher sat down next to her and asked, "Did you hear that?" Sammy nodded her head. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Topher then placed a soft kiss on Sammy's lips and left, leaving a small piece of paper on Sammy's nightstand. Sammy sat on her bed, stunned for a few seconds after Topher left, then saw the piece of paper. 555-1111-1111 Topher Winchester. Sammy stared at the paper and quickly stuffed the paper in her pocket when Amy came in. So, spare me, you try to commit suicide? Sammy said nothing, and Amy continued to talk. I wouldn't really care if you did, to be honest. You're just a waste of space. That was the moment Sammy finally snapped. Shut up, Amy! I am not a waste of space. You may think you're the better twin, but you obviously aren't. I'm actually nice to people, in case you haven't noticed. Amy was utterly shocked at this. She just stood there frozen, so Sammy yelled final thing. I hate you! Sammy then pushed Amy out of her room and slammed the door, locking it behind her. Sammy then grabbed her phone and started texting Zoe. Can I stay with you? Can I stay at your house for the next few days? I'm running away from home. Sure. You walking there? Yeah, be there in 20 minutes. Sammy then put her phone in her pocket and put some clothes, her laptop, and her diary in a bag and walked to Zoe's, making sure not to alert Amy of her presence and not caring to leave a note or anything. That night, when Zoe had already fallen asleep, Sammy was wide awake, so she decided to text the number that was left in her room. Hey, it's Sammy. A few seconds later, she got a text back. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I ran away from home. I'm staying with my friend Zoe. Wow. Since that bitch Amy isn't with me anymore, I have to ask you something. What? Will you go out with me? Sammy was shocked at the question. She couldn't believe Topher would ask her out. Sure. How about tomorrow at 7:30 at the new Chinese place by the park? Sounds good. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Sammy said, putting her phone back in her bag. Can't believe he asked me out, she thought. Age 18. Sammy had been staying at Zoe's for 2 years now. Sammy's parents didn't care to take her home, and Zoe's parents didn't mind her having her stay. Sammy had been able to get all of her stuff in her old room when her family wasn't home. So Zoe's parents had set up the spare bedroom as Sammy's new room, and things had been so much better for her. She was cleaning out her closet trying to find a nice dress for graduation when something fell off the top shelf. Huh, Sammy said, before bending down to pick it up. My old diary. This thing has never seen anything happy, so might as well give it something. Sammy grabbed a pencil and started writing. Dear diary. Yep, I'm still here. Didn't think I would be here either. Things I've been looking up since the last time I wrote to you. I've been living with Zoe and her parents since that day 2 years ago. Things are so much better without having Amy abusing me 24/7. I've been able to transfer out all of our shared classes and I quit cheerleading, so I now have no way of getting her to me. Topher and I have been dating for 2 years now. We got together when he gave me his number on that day, and we've been together ever since. He's been acting a little weirdly lately, but I think it'll be fine. So tonight is graduation. I'm finally gonna be out of high school. I can move as far away from Amy as possible. I miss my friends though. They'll all be going to different colleges. Well, now that you finally know what happiness is like, I think I'm done for the day. Happily yours, Sammy Williams. Right after Sammy finished writing, she found a white sundress and white sandals and put them on. When she curled her hair, Zoe, along with Gwen, Dawn, and Jasmine, walked into Sammy's room. Hey, Sammy, Gwen said. Hey guys, are you almost ready to go? Zoe asked. Just about. I just have to finish my hair. Your aura has been changing over the last few years. 2 years ago, your aura was a brown color with a black in it. Now your aura is a beautiful shade of yellow, Dawn said. Thanks, I think. Sammy finished doing her hair and the girls left for school. It was graduation. The diplomas were in the process of being handed out, and they were currently on Sean Jetson, Jasmine's boyfriend, Amanda Williams. The principal, Mr. MacLeod, announced. As Amy walked up, she cast Sammy a smirk and grabbed her diploma without a second glance. Samantha Williams, Mr. MacLeod called. Sammy walked up to the podium, visibly nervous. She took her diploma and shook Mr. MacLeod's hand. Before she walked off the stage, Mr. MacLeod told her to stay on stage for a moment. Sammy was confused but stayed on stage nonetheless. Christopher Winchester, the principal called out. Topher walked on stage and was handed not only a diploma but also a microphone that Mr. MacLeod had been using. Okay, so you might be wondering what's going on. First, let me just say that this took a lot of work to get permission to do. So, Sammy, could you please come over here? Sammy, who's even more confused than she was ever before, walked over to Topher, staring at him. I've been dating for Sammy for the past 2 years, and I can easily say that those years were the greatest of my life. So I wanted to ask her something. Topher said, turning towards Sammy and putting his hand in his pocket. Sammy, will you marry me? Many people of the audience, most notably Topher's parents and Sammy's friends, had all said "aww" at the touching moment. An audible gag could be heard from backstage. Sammy burst into tears of joy. In the middle of it all, had managed to say yes. Wow, amazing. Age 22. Sammy and Topher had been married for 4 years. They had been living a good life in that time. They had recently moved from a small apartment to a house in the suburbs of Ontario where Zoe and her husband Mike lived. Sammy and Topher had a 4-year-old son, Dean, and a newborn son, Sam. One day, Sammy was unpacking some of the boxes. She opened one of the smaller boxes and unpacked its contents. After removing a photo album of her and her friends, she found a small book. "What's this?" she asked herself. As she flipped through the pages, she realized what it was. My old diary. Wow, I thought I lost this thing years ago. So Sammy sat down and proceeded to write in it just like old times. Wow, it's been so long since I've written to you, and so much has changed since then. Okay, so here's what's new. Topher and I have been married for 4 years now. We have 2 sons, Sam and Dean. We live in a house in Ontario. Nothing in our lives could be better. Topher's the host of this new reality TV show, Camp TV, where 18 teens spend the summer in Ireland, compete for $100,000. I'm the lead singer of a punk band with Gwen on guitar and her cousin Duncan on the drums. We have been playing local gigs and are hoping to make it big soon. Joyfully yours, Sammy Winchester. Yep, no longer Williams. Sammy closed her diary and put it in a small chest that she had recently unpacked. An hour later, Topher came home from the park with Sam and Dean. "Hey, babe," Topher said. "Hey, how was the park?" "It was alright. Taught Dean how to swing, and Sam had fun feeding the ducks." "That's great. Can you please put this chest in the attic? I need to get ready for my gig tonight." "Of course," Topher said, picking up the chest and carrying it away. Almost done. Age 45. One day, Sammy had been clearing out her attic with her 7-year-old granddaughter, Blake. Blake had just come from an old wooden chest, so she opened it and went through the contents of it. When she looked through it, she found an old book with the cover worn and the pages extremely faded. "Grandma, what's this book?" Sammy walked over to where Blake was standing. When she saw the book, she instantly remembered what it was. "This was my old diary. I got one when I was around your age. I used to write all of the things that happened to me in this thing. I had a lot of memories in there." Sammy stood there, remember all of the things she had written, from the time she admitted her crush to Topher on it, to when she nearly committed suicide because of Amy's abuse. "Blake, I want you to have this. Write whatever you want in this. Let it know what your life is like. Hopefully, it'll be better than mine was."